being single can be so very, very hard. And I remember when I was single and how that, you'd see other people around with boyfriend, girlfriend relationships and having fun together and having a laugh together, and other sort of couple groups would get together and have a laugh together. And I used to think to myself sometimes, who really cares about me being single? You guys out there, I was thinking at the time, who have got hooked up with somebody now, and you've got a partner, a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And well, have you forgotten about when you were single? Have you forgotten what it's like? Have you sort of forgotten the other people in the church or in your group that are single and are hurting? And it seemed at the time that people who had got relationships and I'm all right now sort of thing, they didn't care about other people who were still single. It didn't seem as if they were looking out for me to see if they can if I could, they could sort of put somebody in my direction. And it was really hard at times, to say the least. And now, I had to trust the Lord about all that, because no one else was really doing anything to help me. Some people would occasionally say something about someone, but that kind of person, I would think to myself, do you really think that person's suitable for me? No, not really. And the pain that we had, or pain that I had, and I know you guys have at the moment, especially if you're a girl and you're thinking, well, I've only got so many years I can have children, it must be so unbearable for you at times. Very hard. And the only way to be set free from all that is to trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord that he's going to work everything out in the future. And equally so, to actually believe with all your heart, from a promise of God's word especially, that he will provide this very important issue in your life of a companion to spend life with. And that's what I had to do. And that's what got me through the desperate, hurtful, painful times. Coming home from church, coming home from youth club meetings, with teenage girls, late teens, mid-teens, attractive. And yet, where was I, 30, 40, whatever, still with nobody. And how hard it really hurt. And many a times I'd come home and just cry and almost want to rebel against the Lord. The pain was great. And I remember saying, Lord, I know you care, but right now I'm hurting. But I'm not going to curse you. I'm not going to say anything against you. I just feel this, I just feel that, I just feel that. And that's what I would say to him. I feel you don't care. I feel you don't love. I feel you're being unfair. I feel like you're being mean. I feel like you've picked on me to practice shooting your arrows at me as a target practice for suffering. That's how but I very carefully how I worded it, because I knew that it wasn't true, that God was being like that. But that's how I felt, and I told him that. And the Lord knew. And after all those years, 26 years, waiting in faith, tried at every opportunities, tried every direction I could possibly have in my circles, my sort of lifestyle. And finally the day came when the Lord blessed me with a companion. And as I'm out here now, taking the children out, 2 boys out for a Sunday afternoon picnic, as we do every Sunday, whatever the weather. We're playing around down there, and I think to myself, Lord, who would have believed that, 60 years old, I would have 8 and a 5-year-old running around, having fun in the fields, playing in the trees. I would never have dreamt of it. And I would almost echo the words of David, the psalmist, who said, who am I? I'm but a dead dog that you should do this for me. I'm a nobody. And I know that the only reason the Lord has blessed me like this is because of all the pain I went through for those 26 years. He's given me more than I expected. Besides a lovely young wife as well, and very perfectly suited to me. and to all the lifestyle that I have, we're perfectly compatible. The Lord has done wonderful things, and I want to encourage you guys that if you decided to take the path of trusting in the Lord and knowing He's going to provide, you will have much pain at times, but you've got to know and believe that the end result of it will be glorious for you, and it will be well worth, no matter what age you arrive at, it will be well worth all the suffering and all the pain. So may the Lord encourage you.